Oh, shit. Hey, what's up, guys? We'll get going in a second. Let me know if you can hear me. All right, we got SPX 6940 right now. Looking at market trend model. Pretty nice ramp off the open. Actually, you got some filtered ticks moving higher. Cumulative tick itself is above the railroad track moving average ribbons. Looking at pre-market prep here, just a quick one. We'll get through it in a second. Transition zone right, 69, 30, 25. Upper band, 69.40. 69.15 lower band. Just going through the pre-market prep real quick. We'll just start at the top. Again, looking at SPX A structure, call dominated 69.20. That's that key level, top of the DEX transition zone. We could also look at 68.85, 68.80, which has been key level for a long time. A little bit of a node there at 69.15, which is why this DEX transition is where it is. But right, we're at 69.40 right now, so we are above any of those key levels. Looking at true zeros, that looks fine right now. We're trending above. Looking at delta balance, right, pinned at 1, looking fine. The only thing right now is the January expiration. A little bit of weakness in the right-hand plane, so just something to keep note of. But, you know, not bullish, but like not bearish by any means. Y'all can feel free to read that. Looking at SPXP, we're looking at the upper quartile here, right? This is just isolating where the key activity is, right? 76 of all distribution of speculation there. 69.30, 69.25 transition zone kind of lines up with the SPXA transition zone we were just looking at. Call dominated above and below spot price. Let me pull up a different version of that real quick. Yeah, call dominated above and below spot price. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, again, a little sloppy. Delta balance, a little sloppy, right? Delta balance, you know, benefit of the options markets are inherently forward-looking. So, right, we can understand how folks are positioned out in time. Again, looking at, I guess that'd be today's expiration, you know, the right-hand plane, which, right, we believe out of the money call and put speculation is what drives the market. So this right-hand plane, out of the money call speculation pointed lower below 0. So, you know, not super thrilled about that. Yeah, you know, next Monday through Thursday, struggling a little bit. Yeah, so I mean, all that to say, right, we're just looking for, you know, calls going in, price move up, offset that, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, we really want to see this correct itself start to look like the SPXA delta balance, which is this right here, right, pinned at 1, which means, right, that out of money call, or not out of money, but, you know, the future out expiration speculation is, you know, bullish net above and below spot price. Again, looking at 0DTE now. Well, no, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Yeah, so just looking at delta balance over the next, you know, expiration periods that no, sorry, net stack command over the net where the delta balance was looking. So this is through the 15th here, right? 3D surface model summarization of that, you know, looking at Charm, looking at Vanna, fairly balanced net. Going through 0DTE. Again, we got a lot of write-ups on this. Y'all feel free to read that within the Discord. We kind of went over where those transition zones are. 69.40, 69.30. The top of the DEX, top of the drunken tether range, 69.25, 69.15 to the downside. Here, looking at our net stack command. This is for today's expiration. So you're right, we have Charm, Vanna kind of offsetting each other. Charm, that being right in the overhead, pushing down on us a little bit. 7,000, obviously going to be a key level here, but that's, you know, pretty far up in the structure from where we are right now, right? We're still oscillating this in the transition zone. Vanna, right? A potential for Vanna, assuming we get a drop in volatility and an expansion in call speculation higher. We can talk about how we see that in our volume commands here in a second. So yeah, again, then right, going through the named levels, all that stuff. Y'all can feel free to read that again. Right, 6940 is going to be that key upside structure. You can see a pretty big gamma glob up here at 75, really through 7,000. Right, so got to be cognizant if we get up in that level, we're going to see significant volume to plow through all those strikes where we have meaningful out of the money call speculation, which is kind of weighing down on us right now. You can see the charm impact of that. That's negative until we are able to flip those strikes. So let's see what else. Really just looking at price action right now, keeping an eye on that 40 strike, keeping an eye on, pre-market highs, seeing how we kind of interact with those levels. And we will, go from there. Give me 1 second. We can go over swing trading stuff. All right, so going to our swing trading game plan. Again, obviously starts out with the market trend model. Very constructive right now, trending to the upside, getting some filter tick buying. So again, that is all good to see. Really nothing in the market trend model that tells us, to be bearish by any reason right now. Looking at call dominated scatter plot. So again, this is call dominated stocks. Here we're looking at their spot price in relation to the key levels. So as an example, SNPS has about 7% upside to plus GEX, which are their key upside target. And to the downside, we have a little less than, probably 1%, 0.5% to plus GEX, which is our key upside acceleration zone. So that's kind of how you want to read this scatter plot. It's just a quick way for us to kind of understand on a discretionary basis where some good trading opportunities could be. We got IBKR, 7% upside, kind of 1.5%, 2% downside. Macy's, Blackstone, Disney, ZM, all that good stuff. So you can see that there. Then there's a ton of other stocks listed. These ones over here are below PTRAN, so that's below our upside acceleration zone. However, those are good candidates to see if we get that flip above PTRANs, potentially it has room to run. So that's how you read that. We have a put dominated scatter plot. Not a lot of put dominated stocks out there right now. Bellwether scatter plot, which is just a list of these stocks, right? It's just Mag 7. It's Exxon, JPM, Lilly, Visa, Costco. We can see which ones are call put dominated or, a mix between call and put dominated, which is NA. So there's only a handful right now that are call dominated. Looking at sectors, same thing. You can see here if they're call put dominated, we can understand here kind of relation between PTRANs, PGEX, and what side they are on. Let me know if you guys have any specific individual stocks that you want to look at. Right now, still rejecting top of strong consider range. We're now below the opening print. So definitely kind of want to be careful out there with that combination. Looking at yeah, so you got the Mag 7 components, which are a little bit weak, everything else up in the market, hence kind of why the market trend model looks the way it does, but SPX looks the way that it does. RSP a little bit weak as well right now, actually. Yeah, so we're still just in an area of congestion, right? Like we're within pre-market lows, we're within prior day lows. So kind of just within prior day's range for the moment. Let me know if y'all have any stocks you want to look at. happy to do that. We can rifle through some here right now too. Let me update the script real quick. That's the wrong one. Here. So we said NVIDIA, right? Price action point of view. I mean, really just a lot of consolidation right now. Is holding its P-trans level. So, I mean, net, that's good to see. What were we looking at before? Yeah, so I mean, it's neither bullish nor bearish right now. So yeah, I mean, that's NVIDIA's kind of whatever right now. It doesn't look that great. Tesla, I mean, it's kind of in its transition zone right now. It's below the institutional moving averages. By institutional moving averages, I just mean these are like the 21 and 50. That's what people pay attention to. So just have them on the chart. Just pay attention to it, whether you believe in that stuff or not. I mean, a lot of the market pays attention to it, so they're kind of self-fulfilling prophecies a little bit to an extent. But yeah, anyways, that's just the way I think about it. If you're interested in Tesla, want to see it hold this P-trans at 435 right now. Palantir, I mean, kind of ugly, failed to hold P-trans at 0 GEX, COTMP level right now. Yeah, I mean, not a super interesting name. I mean, a lot of the Mag 7 doesn't look very good. AMD doesn't look good. Robinhood doesn't look good. I know that's not in the Mag 7. Apple's kind of been tattooed lately. I mean, it's well below. P-trans actually failed there almost to the penny to open today. Amazon is one of the good bright spots on a kind of longer term basis. Obviously, intraday, not looking that great. Failed to hold opening print, but I mean, it's had a nice ramp. Google, same thing. It's looked really good on a swing trading time frame. Microsoft doesn't look very good here. Oracle doesn't look good. AVGO, not great. Meta, not great. Uber, not great. I'm just looking at price action right now. Coin, not great. Exxon looks good. Swing trading time frame again. JPM looks fine. Square, and then Visa. So yeah, I mean, granted, going over those big components doesn't look very good. NVO, pharmaceutical name. I mean, parabolic here. I don't really have an opinion, Sherman, on NVO right now. Obviously, if you're not in the name, I think it's tough to get in the name right now. But if you're in the name, then well done to you. Yeah, I mean, 60 key level right now where it's at. I think it's around 60. Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of the key convex strike. Ton of speculation sitting at that strike. So yeah, I don't really have a ton else to say right now. If you're in the name, congratulations to you. But if you're not, then not really super interested in trying to get in at this moment in time. MU, Jeff asking about MU. Yeah, I mean, this has been another really good name. Definitely has ramped. Let's look at. Yeah, so MU, right, kind of dominant put strike here at 337.50. Not ideal at the moment. 335 is plus GEX, which are above that level. So, yeah, I mean, again, yeah, I mean, this has been a name that's moved really well. But if you're not in the name, it's probably hard to start a position right here. And if you're in the name, probably not the worst place to take profits, just because, we have some, in the money put speculation above us. Negative GEX is above us, or kind of right where we are. P-trans is below, or P-GEX is below us. You have any other names you want to look at? Going back to the scatter plot real quick. Well, let's check in on SPX again. Yeah, so I mean, holding pre-market lows right now. So I mean, really, we're just in a big range. Going to our intraday volume analysis. I mean, that's pretty wide right now. Yeah, I mean, granted, I mean, this is just resembles kind of the chop we're seeing right now. You know, the put speculation, you know, kind of trending lower, call speculation, kind of sideways. So that's, I mean, that's really just indicative of chart of chop, and you know, in the middle of the transition zone, and really, yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for more clarity before trying to do anything here personally. So we'll see what happens. But again, right in the middle of the transition zone. So we'll see. Yeah, so 40 to 15. Yeah, which I mean, pre-market high and pre-market low, those are pretty good guardrails actually for the Drunken Sailor range. So kind of using those as guiding light a little bit. Market trend model, you know, continues to be fine here. New highs well outpacing new lows. Filtered ticks have subsided. So yeah, I mean, really. Yeah, we'll go look at it's like IBKR. What is SNPS? Never even heard of that. Yeah, well, actually, yes, I have, but I just don't remember what it is. S&PS looks pretty good. What was let me see what S&PS. I mean, it's got 100,000 open interest. Keep that in mind. Something we like to pay. Something we folks or I'm gonna move on from that one. I'm not interested in that name. But yeah, like if you're interested in S&PS though, and you had to get the name right in this second, like using, low of the day, using prior day low or something as your stop to risk against, and then, see if you can get that moving higher. But I mean, it's had a heck of a move this week. Looking at speculation, right? Like if you had to use the tools, obviously 5,500 or 550 upside target, 7% away. That's not crazy as a swing target. See if we can get there. Let's see what else. BX. BX. Blackstone right at its P train's actually right here. Yeah, so BX, let's see if it can hold. Yeah, I mean, it really just needs to hold the level right here. See if we can hold this, 165 upside target. See if we can get there. I mean, that's really just, yeah, I mean, right now you're just playing for kind of retake the highs. This higher high is set right here. Keep in mind, we do have earnings coming up. Something to keep in mind. But yeah, I really want to see P-Trans hold. But if P-Trans holds, I mean, on swing basis, see if we can get back up there. All right, so SPX, right, we're back at that 69.37, 69.38 level. Watching that. I'm interested to see how we interact with pre-market highs. That's 69.52, which is an important level. All right, that's a nice move through 69.40. Back at 69.50 here. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit of clarity here now on the vol M command. This is our vol M command, right? Looking at SPX 0DT speculation, call and put centroids, right? Just the middle point of distribution every 5 minutes. We plot that center point, seeing how that's trending, right? So this is just classic kind of chop action right now. Not to say, we can't get a directional move one way or another, but, it's kind of makes sense so long as we're in the transition zone here. But that's why we're leveraging the market trend model too, because we can see the market trend model right on an intraday basis. We're getting some filtered tick buying coming in above the railroad tracks, all that good stuff. So that's kind of how you use the tools, how I like to use the tools on an intraday basis, all that good stuff. All right, so we got that move through 50. So yeah, my bias is higher now for sure. I'll be looking for a trade to the upside, see if we get some kind of retest. That'd be nice. Damn, I'm an idiot. I had a spread on yesterday. I closed for a little bit, but here we are. So again, getting filter tick buying higher. Looking at so above 50, right? Looking for a move to 75. If we can get that move to 75, that's where we start to run into a ton of speculation to the upside. That's where we really need to see that volume start to come in as well and really shoot us higher. All right, by volume, curve. All right, I'm gonna cut it there. I need to focus up on this. I'm gonna be looking for stuff to the long side. Obviously, post them in the Discord if I do anything. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I mean, bias is alongside, right? We're above the opening print, above pre-market high. We're above transition zone now. Market trend model trending higher as well. Granted, like we talked about, I don't see any great swing opportunities at this moment. I really just didn't see any. So I kind of be focused on, shorter SPX type stuff. So we will go from there. I appreciate the time, everybody.